Live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, for your next Maine adventure, will begin shortly.
Well, hello, everybody. I hope you guys are all having a great evening out there. It is actually turning out to be a pretty nice evening across the area as skies are starting to clear across the state. We are going to continue to see that trend as we head through the nighttime tonight and into the day tomorrow. We are going to see a good amount of sunshine for your Friday, so get out there and enjoy it because, yeah, unfortunately, the clouds and the rain will move in as we head into later on Friday night into the day on Saturday. But overall, not too bad this evening. Take a look outside at Berlin. Right now, the temperature is 67 degrees. We are talking a good amount of sunshine out there up towards the Berlin area in particular. As we head to take a look towards Oxford, I wanted to show you guys this picture. Look at that. A great sunset outside. It's 60 degrees right now. Fantastic evening up towards the Oxford area. You head down to the south, you get down towards Biddeford, for example, temperature 61 degrees, but you notice that we do have a good amount of clouds out there. Skies are starting to break, though. We are going to see some sun as we head into the day on Friday, but maybe not seeing it for the nighttime tonight. Let's take one more look up towards the Belfast area. That one doesn't really want to work too well, but you can see that we do have probably partly to mostly cloudy skies up there as well. Satellite and radar shows that we are dry across the state. We had some showers pass through the area over the last, say, 6-7 hours during the late afternoon, early evening hours. But since I would say about 6 o'clock, most of these showers have passed down to our south, and now the skies are going to start to clear. And if I actually can put a pause on the radar, you can see that right about here, I would say it's up towards north, just slightly north of Augusta, the Lewiston area. Looking at the clouds, really just now starting to move down to the south. It's that line to the south. That's what I was trying to draw there. Was struggling to do that. But areas to the south of that are looking at some clouds. Areas to the north are really just mainly sunny at this point, at least for the next 20 or 30 minutes. And then high pressure is in control for the daytime tomorrow. It's slowly going to push on off towards the east to make way for this coastal front, really not coastal front, but this storm that will move eventually into our area. Now it's going to bring a frontal boundary through the state as we head through later on Friday into Saturday. And if it gets just far enough north, if that warm front gets far enough north, there could be some mild temperatures for the day on Saturday, but I think it could stay just to the south, which will eventually keep temperatures really just in the 60s across the state. But let's take a look at the high temperatures through the daytime today. We had a beautiful day temperature-wise. Temperatures in the low to mid-70s, a far cry from what we've been dealing with throughout the last couple of days. I mean, we had temperatures that were upwards of 20, even 25 degrees cooler, if not close to 30 in some spots, degrees cooler than what we have been the last few days. And here, this highlights it. The 24-hour temperature change. You can see 24 hours ago, we were 20 degrees warmer across really much of the state. 20 degrees warmer in Portland, 21 degrees warmer in Sanford, 24 degrees warmer in the Concord area. Now, the actual air temperatures right now are running in the 50s and 60s. Now, you do notice that 67 degree number up towards the north and mountains, up towards Berlin, 67 degrees, 66 degrees in Weld, 64 in Bethel. So, yeah, certainly milder up towards the north where there has been some sunshine. You head down towards the mid-coast, temperatures running in the low to mid-60s for the most part. 60 degrees in Booth Bay, 63 degrees in Augusta, 61 in Topsom, Lewiston as well. And then down towards York and Cumberland counties, temperatures running in the upper 50s to right around that 60-degree mark, a little bit above that for many areas. But these temperatures are actually going to go up as we head into the daytime tomorrow. Now, the dew points, they're also on the lower side compared to where they have been. We are talking dew points right now in the upper 40s and low to mid 50s. So a very refreshing feel compared to where we have been the last several days throughout much of this week when we had temperatures that felt like 100, 105, 108 degrees in some areas. Very, very hot temperatures, of course, to start the week and into the middle of the week. But since then, we have cooled off. It really kind of felt a little bit cool out there today, if you asked me. Certainly a much different feel across the area. Now, here's your forecast over the next, say, 5-6 hours. You notice skies are going to continue to clear. We are going to see mostly cloudy skies in southern Maine right now. That'll turn to partly cloudy, eventually mainly clear skies as we head through the overnight hours. And then we are going to see temperatures fall into the 50s, maybe some 40s up towards the north. Troy, hello to you. Good evening. I hope you are having a great one. Tatiana, good evening to you. I hope you are also having a good Thursday evening as well. Now, the temperatures, again, as I mentioned, for the nighttime tonight are going to run in the 40s and low to mid 50s. Now, tomorrow, actually going to be a nice day. Get out and enjoy it. I mean, we are talking temperatures that are going to run in the upper 60s to low and mid 70s across the state. Now, a northeast wind down towards the coastline. There may be a little bit of a breeze that kicks in for the afternoon, could transition that northeast wind to a southeast wind, cool temperatures off a few degrees throughout the afternoon hours. But you also notice some clouds will start to move in during the afternoon and evening. And those clouds are really just associated with a storm that's going to bring us some rain and also steady rain in some parts of the state for Friday now, or Saturday, excuse me. So Saturday, here's your weekend forecast. Certainly, Sunday is the pick of the weekend. We'll see periods of rain out there for the day on Saturday. Temperatures running in the 60s for the most part. But if we can get that warm front just far enough north, we may even top out a little bit warmer than that. But if it's not raining, it's cloudy for the day on Saturday. Can't rule out a few peaks of sunshine late in the afternoon and evening, but I would say for the most part, Saturday's a pretty much overcast, cloudy day. Periods of rain at times. It's not going to rain the entire day, but it's just going to be one of those days where it may not be raining, but it's cloudy and temperatures are in the 60s, so it won't feel too nice. Now, high pressure's in control right now. You notice that storm off to the west. That storm is going to eventually move closer to us. We have that frontal boundary to our south, but as I was mentioning, any areas south of this warm front is getting more of a southerly wind and southwesterly wind. They're going to see the temperatures rise. I mean, we are talking temperatures below that warm front, probably running in the 70s to near 80 in some spots. But overall, we are, I think, going to stay to the north of that warm front, which means that we are going to see temperatures probably on the cooler side for the day on Saturday. But that frontal boundary is really the key to the temperatures on Saturday, as some of the computer models are kind of all over the place with the numbers. I would say we're probably going to stay in the 60s for the day on Saturday. So let's time this out a little bit closer. We are talking a dry evening. Skies starting to clear. They already are across the state. And then we are going to see temperatures fall into the 50s, maybe some 40s in some spots. Then for tomorrow, by the time we get to 9-10 o'clock, temperatures are already in the 60s to near 70. You notice the sunshine out there. And then for the afternoon, we're dry. I do think by the time we get to about 4 or 5 o'clock, this computer model is showing a decent amount of sunshine in southern Maine. I think these clouds are going to start to move in, and areas really in western and southern and northern Maine are going to be mainly cloudy by the time we get to about 5 or 6 o'clock. Areas that could still be looking at some sunshine would be areas like Rockland, maybe up through the east, down east areas we head through tomorrow evening. But I think by the time we get to the afternoon and evening, clouds will really start to move in. And yes, some rain. That is going to move in. And unfortunately, we have a rainy Saturday on the way. Looks like some rain out there for Friday night into the early parts of the day on Saturday up towards the north. And then everybody gets in on the rain during the morning hours on Saturday. Now, here's one computer model's depiction of this. You'll notice that the showers will really start to develop down towards southern Maine throughout the morning on Saturday. Some scattered showers, some downpours possible through the day on Saturday. Here's noontime. We are looking at periods of rain. Again, you notice it's not a steady rain. Areas certainly will have breaks in the rain through the day on Saturday. It's not going to be a complete washout, but not the best of days. Temperatures running in the 60s, and then skies will maybe start to clear a tiny bit as we head into the afternoon and evening, but this would be later in the evening hours into Saturday night. Skies will start to slowly clear, and then the sunshine will return as we head into the day on Sunday. Here's your marine forecast for the daytime tomorrow. We are looking at a northeast wind, but again, that southeast wind with the sea breeze will kick in for the afternoon, but only around 5 knots, so not too big of a deal. Waves 2 feet, water temperature 64. It was in the 50s last week, but those 90s to near 100 really certainly warmed up the water temperatures all throughout the state. Whether you're at the ocean or you're at a lake, we're looking at just milder water temperatures for sure. Now, the tonight forecast running in the 50s, I would say, for many areas. There will be some 40s up towards the north. Skies will start to clear. And then for the day tomorrow, we're looking at some sunshine. Clouds will start to build for the afternoon. Temperatures running in the low to mid 70s. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Let me get some more comments. Klein, hello to you. From Carrot Bassett, checking in. I appreciate you checking in. And Troy, what's Troy up to? He ordered 90-degree weather from Vegas to test the summer until October. You're welcome. Yeah, I don't think many people would want that 90, 100-degree weather out in Vegas. Man, those temperatures can get really crazy, especially areas like Death Valley. I don't want any part of that. I don't want any part of those that heat out to the west. That sometimes can get really crazy. But let's focus on that 7-day forecast. We are talking morning sunshine for the day tomorrow. Clouds start to build for the afternoon, and then excuse me, those clouds move in for Friday night. Friday night into Saturday, we're talking clouds. We're talking rain at times throughout the day on Saturday. Temperatures running on the cooler side, about 10 to 12 degrees cooler than where we should be for this time of the year. Sunday, skies will start to clear. I think we'll see, on average, call it a partly sunny day, and then partly sunny once again for the day on Monday. Temperatures running in the upper 70s, and then the heat and humidity will start to build as we head into next week. Now, that's the coastline forecast. Here's your inland forecast. We are going to see showers and thunderstorms out there for the day on Tuesday. Temperatures running in the mid-80s, but the humidity will be with us on Monday and Tuesday, especially Tuesday. That's when we're talking dew points that will run in the lower 70s. Temperatures feeling probably like the lower 90s, maybe mid-90s in some spots on Tuesday if we can get enough sunshine. But temperatures are going to warm up specifically, especially on Tuesday with the dew points. And a cold front will pass through. However, it's not going to do much of anything to the temperatures. It will dry us out a little bit, though, for the day on Wednesday. Mostly sunny skies, and it looks like another cold front is possible as we head into next Thursday, and that could bring us another chance for a shower or thunderstorm. But really, this focus on this week over the next couple of days is just tomorrow is going to be, you can make the claim, the best day of the week of the next 7 at least, because we're not dealing with heat. We're not dealing with rain. And we're going to see a good amount of sunshine. So maybe you can get out there and enjoy tomorrow. Low humidity as well. There's no humidity on tomorrow. We are talking dew points in the 40s and 50s. So no humidity. Sunshine will give way to some clouds for the afternoon. But I think tomorrow is probably the best day of the next 7, at least on this 7-day forecast, you can see, because not only does the heat increase on next week, we're also looking at the humidity increasing, chance for showers and storms as well on some days, and also those overnight lows will start to increase as well. And that's a big deal, of course, because that's when you got to start turning on the air conditioner. Anytime, especially you get temperatures in the mid 60s, that does not feel comfortable at night. But all right, that is the look at the weekend forecast. I hope you guys can tune in at 10 and 11 o'clock tonight. We will have your latest forecast. We'll have the latest update on anything that changes, but I think we're looking pretty good tomorrow. And again, Saturday, not the best of days. If you have flexible outdoor plans this weekend, I would move it to Sunday only because it will be drier. It will be warmer, however, and then we'll see some sunshine for the day on Sunday. Not much of any for the day on Saturday. Hope you guys all have a great evening. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend and have a good one.